TV writer.
You have so little time to tell the story. There's an interesting fact that if you look at most great movies that are adapted from fiction, they tend to be adapted from short stories. So you'd have to find, I think, sort of a short story length episode, a story to tell in a movie format. Then you sell that as a TV show, and then you can tell the whole long thing.
Thank you. Thanks.
I loved the old show as a child and the new one as an adult. And I'm not going to answer the global where should Galactica go. You guys are way smarter than me on that. However,
and other things, just they'll tell you.
One of the things that really bugged me about the new version, very whimsical, no Daggit.
No Daggit.
My favorite character from the original show. Why wasn't Daggit in there? He was the only action figure cool enough to cross over and play with my Star Wars action figure.
You know, there's a love hate relationship people have with the Daggit, right? You know that?
I didn't have Apollo. I didn't say that. But see how I got out of it. But
so C-3PO and the Daggit, and
it was no Daggit. Like, so he could be the like reliable little save the day Daggit, or he could be like the reprogrammed by Cylon's evil Daggit. Like, come on. So why wasn't Daggit in the reboot, and is he going to be in?
That sounds like a question for Jane.
We did talk about should that just be their word for dog, but we'd already used the word dog. But I always thought that was a good solution. Like, yeah, here's the Daggit. It's a Dalmatian, you know. Like.
Okay, tell you what, we can't answer any more questions. However, don't go anywhere. All of you people who are in line for questions, just meet outside after, and Richard will personally answer all your questions.
Wow. I want to say really quick, one of the reasons why we want to play this little sizzle reel at the end here. First of all, Michael Hogan's going to be in this movie. You know, Kate Vernon as well. So a number of Battlestar Galactica actors are going to be in it, but it's all professionals. It's one of the best written, best produced. The director for me is a young Ridley Scott. Alec Peters has written and produced and put together one of the truly most professional crews, cast, up and down. It is one of the best productions I've seen and been a part of. And again, they're going to play the 20-minute full version of the intro to the War of Axanar. But the reason I'm even talking about this is that fan films are starting to become something. Now, one of the things I would love to see is somebody to take the lead in putting together a really, really well done professional Battlestar Galactica film as well.
As he looks at me.
Yeah. So anybody out there, producers, writers, any of you who are thinking about that, start thinking about that, because when you see what you can do, the Kickstarter campaign, which allows all of us to participate in helping to support the kinds of things we want to see. I don't know about you, but do you realize that all the shows that we love, not all maybe, but all the lovely, wonderful space shows, Firefly, Babylon 5, Farscape, Star Trek, every one of those shows is off the air. It doesn't fit the network model. So fans are beginning to step in and create programming. What are you going to say?
Defiance.
Oh,
That's still on the air.
well, okay.
I wanted to actually throw in that there's a panel about Kickstarter that I'm on later today at 5 o'clock, room 25 ABC. So if you've got projects you want to kickstart, come learn more about it.
So anyway, why don't you just intro the...
So real quickly, this is called Prelude to Axanar. It is a 20-minute short film that is the prequel of sorts to the feature we will start shooting this fall called Axanar. It is a Star Trek story. It takes place 20 years before Kirk, Scott, Spock, and McCoy. It's about Garth Vizar, who was a character we saw in one episode of Star Trek, who was Captain Kirk's hero. And this is the famous battle he fought, and it's about the war with the Klingons. We kickstarted this to the tune of, well, we needed about 20 grand. We asked for 10. We got $100,000 thanks to donors. So I hope you will all, thank you. And a lot of that was because Richard was part of it. Richard plays a Klingon. and he plays the Klingon, and he's awesome. He is unbelievable. It was a pleasure to work with him, and so we're going to start this. We launch our Kickstarter this week, so look up Axanar, A-X-A-N-A-R, and please help us out to make the full-length feature, because it's going to cost about $500,000. But we've already got major plans for it, so now we're going to roll it, and I will be available outside next to Richard to answer questions after this. Thank you.
We are facing an enemy that is consumed and committed to our total destruction. An enemy that demands to be fought. And we will fight. But I say to you, our greatest challenge is not the might of a Klingon fleet. The greatest challenge laying before us is to do what must be done without undoing the dream of the Federation.
His first speech to the Federation Council was incredible. There were 40,000 people in Archer Arena. The old man himself was there, and they all wanted one thing: hope.
The first goal was to create a class of ship that could spring Starfleet back into action, back into battle. We had to leapfrog Klingon technology. We had over a dozen member worlds working on it. It was the first pure warship that Starfleet had ever built.
Well, that was Ramirez's first roll of the dice, and they landed exactly the way we wanted them to, the way we needed them to. At that point, about the only thing we were doing that impressed the Klingons was dying well.
It wasn't until the formation of the Federation that the High Council began to take Earth seriously. Before then, the incidents with Captain Archer were dismissed as a nuisance. And even after the Federation was formed, many on the High Council thought as a mere political alliance. Starfleet was never seen as a match for the Imperial Navy. Certainly not one that would impede the growth of the Empire.
The bad blood between the humans and the Klingons meant that the job of preventing war and leading the peace delegations fell to Vulcan. Regrettably, we failed.
Goddamn Inverness 5. Day after day, it was the same thing. I get called in to support some kind of counterattack. By the time I got into orbit, my orders had been changed. Attack called off. Battle was already over. We pull out of warp into a junkyard.
Karn. Vulcan intelligence is, if I may say, unparalleled, but even for us, he was a mystery.
After the battle signals fading, our ship captains finally started giving the Federation its due as a worthy adversary. But in the 2 years we wasted in our arrogant belief we were superior to the Federation, we had lost the advantage. With the launch of their newer ships and the experience their commanders had gained, our progress was slowed. Now the D7 would be needed to break the back of Starfleet. The D7 was the ultimate expression of the Klingon warship, technologically superior to anything in the quadrant. We had 3 shipyards across the Klingon Empire building her. We would launch her and devastate the Federation fleet.
Axanar was the bloodiest conflict in the Federation's short history. We didn't sign up to be warriors. That's not what Starfleet's about. We proved that we could do what we needed to do to defend the Federation. I'm proud of everyone who I served with, especially those that didn't make it back.
For myself, I have but one fear: destroying the dream of the Federation.